Hey everyone, let's unbox and take a look at the Frozen 2025 Advent Calendar by Lego Disney. This is set number 43273. It contains 231 pieces, retails for $44.99, and the set was provided by the Lego Group for early review. Thank you, Lego. And just by first impressions, this looks pretty cool. I doubt we're going to be making this awesome Christmas tree, but we don't know yet. But it looks like we got some elves, I think, and we got a little reindeer. Probably that's Rudolph. Oh, this is not too bad at all. It looks pretty fun, and here's the top of the box. So it looks like we have Olaf, Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, and Sven. If I'm pronouncing that right, I don't know. And yeah, I'm not really familiar with Frozen, so forgive me. And yeah, that's the back. It looks more like we have a game here. Well, we don't know yet, but today's your lucky day because we get to unbox this while we're doing the intro. And I don't expect too much when we open this up because that's essentially what it is just that. Boy, that's pretty, and we're going to have to punch all these out. And the last time we did one here, so I guess they're all pretty much the same. Here's the bottom of this right here. So it looks like this is more, looks more like Candyland, if anybody remembers Candyland. Oh, well this time we punched out number 14. We'll have to fix that up. Hey, there's no redos when I do my reviews. No redos. But, well, we obviously know now these are easily to punch in. That's good. You don't have to fight them. Okay, so I think we're going to do like I did with the last few calendars, is I'm going to just do these all in one installment. So this may be an hour and a half video, I'm not sure. The last one I did was only like 56 minutes, so hopefully we'll get lucky here. I already accidentally punched open 14, so it'll be a while before we get to that. And the whole intent of this is to see exactly what we get in each day. I'm just going to index these as day 1, day 2, day 3, just so I don't spoil it for anyone. And yeah, that's a beautiful backdrop. We're going to have to slaughter this one up. Now I could easily just open this up and pull the tray out, and we can just build like that. But let's do it the way Lego has intended for the set to be built. Okay, day 1, which is right here. Let's get this one going, and it looks like, and I'll have to see which one we're building here. Well, I could just, let me see here. It's Elsa. Whoops, yeah, see, I'm Butterfingers today. And for those who are, oh yeah, I gotta read my disclaimer while I'm opening this up. These are not to be construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just simply my notes for reviews. So, yeah, I have to read that out because people are taking these too seriously again. So yeah, if I make mistakes, and I will make mistakes in these sets, so yeah, don't expect these to be a one and done deal. So there's Elsa. And her wig is rubber, so it's not hard plastic. And yeah, these are compatible with regular minifigures too. And let's see what else she's got in here. She's got some kind of water feather. Fits right in the little hole of her hand there. Like that. And we have some printed penguin thing with some weird eye. Let me make sure that's all done there. I gotta show you guys. So this is how I'm going to be doing these eventually here. So that's essentially what we have. I mean, this penguin looks like he's seen better days. What happened? He got shot in the eye or something? We don't know. And no, I'm not familiar with Frozen, but yeah, not too bad at all for day 1. And this is what we have remaining. Okay, now we're looking for day 2, which is right here. Let's see what we get. Yeah, these are easily to punch open, so you may end up ruining your own Christmas thing. Looks like we're building ourselves some kind of little gingerbread house or something. That sounds good as gingerbread cookies, huh? Too hot for those, but this one's got a lot of parts in here. So it looks like we're just doing more of like a game board than anything. Now, for something like this, I don't know how this is going to go together. Ooh, but that's printed. Okay, it's only printed on one side. That's like, all right, there's no stickers. I'll take that. And I like these box pieces to be plain, but for me, well, I will just keep my mouth shut and I will take those. It's just a little gingerbread house. Nothing special, but hey, you know what? We'll give this guy a happy little home on the game board when we're done. How about that? Put that on top. And yeah, so these sets here are meant to be built one a day, or up to 24 people. If you got two, you could divide it, you can alternate it. These are all isolated models, and at the end here you get a game. Now I'm probably not even going to I'm thinking I may not even just do the gameplay on this, just because I'm not familiar with Frozen. So for those who are looking for that, I'm sorry. I think the cookies go inside. We get 2 cookies. One sits on the outside. So when I do the tour on this, I'll do like I did the other one. What I'm planning on doing is just doing the 360 spin. Oh, this goes up higher. I'm just, or not a 360 spin, I'm just going to do the close-up right away and then just do the review. So that kind of thing. So that's how I'm doing it. And yeah, we got this cookie here. You get 2 cookies, but you know, let's take a closer look at that there. Isn't that cool? Nice little gingerbread house. There could be a little castle. Not too bad. And that's what we have remaining for day 2. Alright, let's see where 3 is at here. That's 3, right here in the corner. This one's already starting to open up. Oh, I already know who that is. That's Olaf. At least I know who he is. Ooh, this has got a nice piece. I'll have to show you. Can't wait to share this with you. Oh yeah. If I can get all the parts out of here. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, look at that. Come on, focus. Isn't that a nice tile piece? Like little candies and stuff. Or it could be a sprinkled brownie or something. Okay. And yeah, if you're looking for more of a professional review, I hate to burst your bubble, but you are on the wrong channel for that. Here we're having fun. So we're going to explore the set as one would normally explore it, you know, that kind of thing. Comes with a nice candy cane, and does this go on top of that? Yes, it does. It doesn't really give you a whole lot of instructions. You're just going to have to infer what you're doing here. So I'm not sure how this game is played yet, but there is Olaf. At least he's printed. And in addition, you get yourself some hot chocolate with whipped cream. Isn't that cool? Except right now it's like 104 outside, and that's never good. And a little candy cane. Yeah, not too bad at all, huh? And you got this with it. The little candy bar or something. Yeah, not too bad. Let's set those over there, and this is what we have remaining. Okay, now we're looking for day 4. Right here. And looks like we got ourselves another little micro build of a house. Yeah, this game board reminds me of like Candyland. Yeah. So yeah, this has got a holiday feel to it. It just doesn't feel like some old, just any ordinary thing we're doing here. It's just something fun. and at least I get to share my build experience with you guys and gals on these. These are always fun to do. So right now, as I'm filming this, I'm processing the Friends comic book shop, both parts 2 and 3. I've already did the review. I'm going to do my notes tonight. I got to do some paperwork. And there's a lot of stuff that I got to get done here for, oh, I forgot to put that on the top, for the before the holidays, actually. As far as for the camper is concerned, we'll get that into the next section here, but I really can't do it because I don't have access. That's what we have remaining there for day 4. And yeah, that's not too bad. It's a little micro build of a house. So that's what you'll be looking forward to on day 4. Okay, had to go check on my videos. Let's see here, day 5. We've hit almost every one of these. There's 5 right there. Now if I make a mistake, it's okay. It doesn't matter. There's 24 days. You can do them in any order you wish. And it looks like we have, what's his name in here? Swim? S-V-E, Vane, Swim? I don't even know. And for those who are yelling at your screens, don't take it seriously. Well, he's missing some parts, obviously. We're going to have to see what goes in there. Alright, so he's got the rings on him. We'll put those in there. This piece here is meant to fill in there, but you know what? You know, that kind of thing. And yeah, not too bad. Let's just get these together here. It took me forever to get done with editing reviews, just to gather up time to film this. I only have 11 minutes left on the card before I have to get another card here. It took that long because I am swamped with reviews. Okay, so there's his rings. And we'll take a closer look at him here in a second. Here is what we have remaining for day 5. Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, this is keeping my interest so far. So it's not like I'm bored with this or anything. This is pretty fun. Not too bad at all. Okay, where's 6 at? We haven't even hit these down here at all. We've been hitting these up here mostly. And then we'll put that back in there. Alright, looks like we're building another little house or something. This is like the gingerbread house pack. Okay. And yeah, as far as for the camper I was working on, it kind of fell through right now because Pick-a-Brick is pretty much closed down due to tariffs. There's a few pieces that need it would make the build a lot easier, so it's a concept idea that will stay as that. So unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. So it looks like we're building the sleigh here. Ooh, these come in gold. But yeah, that's the bummer about all that. So I can't get into any of my personal stuff. Then I thought, okay, I got another project I'd like to work on. Went on Pick-a-Brick. None of the parts I need are available. I mean, it's that bad. So I cannot get anything done in terms of just stuff that I want to do. So it looks like we're kind of stuck here right now without getting anything done. So a bunch of these ideas, you know, I'll have to think of alternatives for. And there's the sleigh. And I'll guarantee you, we're going to attach this one right now, right here. Very carefully here. There we go. Not too bad at all. Not too shabby. Okay, now we're going to move on to day 7, and we're finally down into the 4th row. And it looks like we're building the die. little game piece. So the whole goal about this is when you're done, you've got a playable game. So this does have some play value. It even has play value without all this extra stuff. Boy, they sure give you 2 colors of those. You think they'd just suffice with 1. But you know what? I ain't gonna complain. Okay, these go upside down. So it's like a top that you spin. Not a die, but... And so, does it matter which way these go on? I think that's why they use color on here. I think the orange goes back here. I'm just copying exactly how the book tells me to. And that's essentially what we have there for day 7. Pretty primitive, but what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take this and spin it like a top, I believe. Like that. And let's wait for it to stop. Okay, well, we're on purple. And basically, we just hop to the purple spots on here. Okay, so that's kind of like Candyland in a way. You know, not too bad. Okay, now we're going to look for day 8. Right there. And I got to really pay attention to the camera here because the next memory card is fully cleaned off. So it took me a while to get to that point. And it looks like we're putting together Kristoff, I believe. Or maybe not. There's too many mini dolls in here. Anna, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hot today. It feels like even the air is not working. But back here, I got to keep the door closed because if I leave it open, everybody assumes that I'm not busy and they'll just come knocking at the door. So you get one of these little boxes in here. And it has some ribbons. Let's put her together first. Now, here's the deal. If you're not a fan of these Friends dolls, I'll understand. But the wigs, and here's the deal. Somebody got mad at me about it when I told them do not throw the dolls' heads away. These wigs are compatible with regular minifigures. So if you're not a fan of these, don't toss them. The last person I said don't do it, he threw a conniption fit at me. I said, dude, don't be silly, and he thought I was cussing him out. And really, this is what we have remaining here for day 8. And we'll just put the bow in her hair now. It's supposed to be a Christmas gift, but she snuck in and took it. Okay. And so you get you get Anna and a few gifts here. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I like that. It's really cool. Okay. Now let's move on to day 9. There it is down here at the bottom. We're getting there. The ones that I've actually punched in, I can't even get to. All right. All right, looks like we're making a fireplace. Cool. So I may end up putting on here that these would be considered spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled. Now I'm doing this just to review it. So yeah, my voice is a little cracky today. It's one of those days again. Now, how does that even go together? Oh, I see. Making it complicated than it is. Making sure I'm recording here. But for those who don't take these seriously, basically this whole type of build here is just for you to just, see how the build goes together. Is it something that you may be interested in? All right. Some of these builds, you know, they don't really go through it step by step. You just have to kind of guess at it. That tells me that we're adding more to this, as I doubt we're leaving the fireplace like this. So, yeah. That's the fireplace. Oh, we don't have no more pieces remaining, though. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, now we're moving on to day 10, and I had to change memory cards. I caught it just in time. Well, we got to find 10 in here. It's hiding from me. Right there. At least it's one of the ones I've already opened. So it looks like we're making, oh, the stockings for the fireplace. All right. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now this is something here you could do with the kids. You know, that kind of thing. So I'm kind of getting the Christmas vibes here of just like the kids, you know, every day before they got to go to school or church. You can, sorry about that, the magic of video cameras. Battery died right when I was talking about this. So, where was I? So we put this together. I don't know how much of it got recorded. Maybe we recorded probably a minute of it. We're going to need the fireplace again, but just imagine though, you're building this with the kids either before school or before church and just having fun with this set. And I think this is probably one of the very few, you know, I mean, like, I'm not really into advent calendars, but these are always really fun to do with the kids. Good little family build. It means mom and dad can pitch in and build things and stuff. You know. Now, if I had kids, they would, you know, I mean, that'd be up to them if they want to do it. If they didn't want to do Lego, that'd be fine. It's more for me, but looks like we're building a bunch of stockings. This one's got a lot of spare parts. And I mean, that's not bad. I mean, for stockings, just put them on the fire like that. Well, we can leave them like this. Not too bad, huh? And that's the, let me bring that up, make sure you really see it close. That's really cozy looking. Now, you could put that in your house if you wanted to. And you don't even have to use it for this if you want. But this one here has a lot of spare pieces. Probably enough to make another stocking if you choose. Okay, now we're looking for day 11. Yeah, when I get done with this, I'm going to have to charge that battery up because it is dead. That was one thing. Here I was worried about the memory card and just didn't check it. It looks like we got ourselves an accordion and a saxophone. So that's essentially what it is. Now, these sets are just merely accessories. You're not going to be building a whole entire city with these, but it's enough to maybe furnish a house. So if you're looking for something that is going to keep you entertained for hours, this one's got a game. It might be, but as far as for building something massive, not too much. And this one did not have any pieces remaining, but here we got our little saxophone and the accordion. It's not a bad idea for musical instruments. Very basic. And then now we are going to be focusing on day 12. I'm hoping I'm not throwing the complete builds in there. Yeah, there was even a project that I was wanting to work on, and with Pick-a-Brick mostly closed down to the States, I can't even get on to that. I have a bunch of ideas that I want to share. They're prototypes. The parts exist. I just don't have them. And I'm hoping at least some of these sets that LEGO sends me has the parts to share those ideas. Looks like this is a little windmill. Okay, well, let's get going on that little guy there. But yeah, Am I going to part these out? Yeah, most likely. I've never seen golden blades before for a boat. I've seen these in black and gray, but yeah, that's a little windmill. Not too bad at all for that. Not too bad at all. Alright. Day 13. How unlucky is that going to be here? We're fine. I'm going through it slowly. Here, no, that's 18. There's 13. Let's see. This looks like we're building some candles. Alright. Candle display. So yeah, I'm going to do the hand cam on this and everything like that. So far I'm pleased. Nothing's falling apart. The only thing I'm going to say that this is kind of brutal. I kind of wish Lego would come up with a method for making these more recyclable. But I think if they did, they would not, people wouldn't buy another copy of these. So I'm last one I think was a 9, just because of, you know, you can accidentally punch holes in this, but don't you dare roll off. Caught you. Oh yeah, save your candlestick pieces. They're good for making modular buildings for columns and stuff, so save those. There's a lot of good unique pieces in this one here too. But like I had mentioned, this is something to do with the kids during the holidays. I mean, who doesn't want to spend time with the kids? I mean, gives them something to do that's not on the screen all the time. You know, if I got 3 computers and a camera and a phone going in here all at one time right now, this thing here is just kind of flimsy. But there it is. So you just have 4 candles for day 13. So I guess it's unlucky you got candles. At least we got something that gives us some light, and this is what we have remaining. Alright, now we're going to be looking for day 14. Here we go. We really haven't done the bottom. The 24th is at the little house, so we haven't gotten down there yet. And it looks like it's a bell. Maybe that's the doorbell, or the community bell, the church bell. We don't know what that is yet. We have no clue. But as long as we're building it, that's all that matters. Oh, I thought I heard the camera doing something silly again, making sure it's recording. Yeah, I always forget some. Hey, at least I don't script my reviews for you. At least they're all raw and cut and all that stuff. Alright, you know, but before we put that on there, let's build the bale first. And this would have been fun when it's really cold outside, it's foggy, it's snowing, it could be raining where you're at. Or if you're in Australia or possibly New Zealand, it's probably going to be hot during Christmas. Out here at Christmas time, usually it's in the 60s. We might get fog, but most of the time we don't. So you get a little letter here, and there's the bale. Not too bad for those. And this is what we have remaining. Alright, now we're going to be looking for day 15. There it is right there. These over here are always hard to get a hold of. So this one here looks like it is Kristoff. I haven't heard that name in a long time. With the frying pan, so maybe he's the chef. We don't know. Like I said, I'm not familiar with Frozen, so I may have to. I'm leaving disclaimers up now. It just gives me a reason to block people. No, I've only had to block 2 people so far this month. Oh, and today is the what is it today? The 31st of August 2025. It's the day before Labor Day. So there is Kristoff right here. Not too bad. And in addition to him, we have Well, we have a bunch of stuff. He's making a stew. In fact, this looks better for carrot tops than anything else. So this is what we have remaining for this day. But in addition to Kristoff, you also get a carrot. That could be broccoli or some kind of vegetable. And then there's the pan. So you can probably put that in there like that. And yeah, that's not a bad little find there for that. Okay, check my videos again. Now we're going to be moving on to day 16, and right here it is. And while I'm getting this one prepared, I want to thank everyone on my main channel for being contributors. That's always a big help. It helps fund for future projects and to make this whole thing possible. Thank you to my regrettable customers and Patreon supporters, as well as my subscribers, commenters, and you guys who like the video. It's always good. Well, now we got to turn back to the set again. We're going to be building a little house. So we got more buildings here. We haven't done one of those in a while. Oh, I haven't seen this piece in this color. That's like regular dark green. That goes on both sides. And I'm assuming only one of these gets put on here. That's probably the little door. But you know what? We're going to put it on the other side too. Ooh, these come in light royal blue. Okay, I could use those. It's not medium blue, it's light royal blue. Why does it matter? As I'm looking for oddball colored parts for vehicles. And this goes here. Now where does this guy go? Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't go there. That's a window. So this is like a little... And that's it. And of course, you know what you could do is shove this back here too to fill that hole up. We don't want a drafty house. Can't put it on the other side of the headlight brick, but there's the little house there. Not too bad at all. Not too shabby. And this is what we have remaining. Alright, now we're moving on to day 17. There it is, right down there. We're getting close to finishing this one up. This one's going pretty quick because it's a nice build. So it looks like we're building ourselves a tree and some presents. A very simple tree. Yeah, this is a really good family build right here. Really good. Yeah, that's even coming from me too, but you know, I'm all for, don't roll off. I'm all for something a little different, and this one here is. So you know, if you're not interested in the Frozen theme, you still get a game, you still get accessories. Not too bad. There's the tree. Now, it's taken me a while to film this, so, you know, here's the deal. I'm illustrating the set. So, if you're looking for a really fast speed build, this is not the channel. Here we are doing it and taking our time and enjoying the build. It's Lego. It's not like work where I want to hurry up and get it done and go home. So you get two presents with the tree. So we got a few gifts to go with this. So, yeah, I'll have to put the tree somewhere with all the gifts underneath it. And this is what we have remaining. Okay, now we're moving on to day 18. And I see the 19th. Oh, there it is, right there. Yeah, this thing's kind of... This backdrop is kind of crumbling apart. Probably going to have to ding off for that a little bit, but the builds are still entertaining. That's if I can open it up. There's a few sets that I want to review, and yeah, now we're pretty much getting to the... I got two more non-holiday sets that I got to do, but I'm going to try to do the holiday ones because these are the ones I really want to work on here. So it looks like we're building ourselves another little house. And if you got some more door pieces, this one doesn't come with any more door parts. So no more door. This house is going to be drafty, but I can't get that in there. Oh, you know why? Because that piece was stuck in there. How do you get stuff out like this? It's a pain in the rear. And I got to get some hemostats for that. Or something to pull that out. So let me get this out of here. Lego really does need to take better care in packing the stuff. Now I'm just going to shove this on the back, because usually those are spare pieces and I don't want to lose those. They make good for half cookies or something. And then this piece goes on the top. Is it printed? No. And then put the milk carton on the side. That's what it looks like to me. These are just like little houses, you know. And you can put little gifts and stuff in there. Okay. Like this. And they show that these right here. Now all I gotta do is stick a shaft and shove those in my ears. I got some nice plastic rings to put in my ears. And they're meant to put in there. Don't put anything in your ears. Unless they're pierced. But we'll put those in there like that. And put them both in there. There we go. Give them a place. Give them a nice, happy little home. I guess you can only put one in there. Whoa, this thing's already crumbling apart. So it's only meant for one, unfortunately. So you can only put one in there. Not too bad for that. Let me... Almost forgot to give you a close-up here. And this is what we have remaining. And so far we got a bunch of accessories over here. Okay, 19 it is. Let's do 19. And punch that out and pull it out there. Come on, get out of there. All right. What are we building here? Looks like... it's hard to say what that is. Looks like a teeter-totter or seesaw. I don't know. Oh yeah, somebody did ask me, do I block people on here for being rude? Constructive criticism, no. I don't block for constructive criticism. So if you don't like the way I'm doing something, that's quite alright. I don't block for that. And I do block for rudeness, like especially... Oh, I did have somebody, which is sad, told me to shut the Smurf up and just build. It's like, really, why don't you just ask me kindly to block you, and then I wouldn't have to do it like that. Now, some people crack me up. So we have a little kitten here with little paws, and this goes on to here. So that's just a little seesaw. I mean, yeah, not too bad. And I don't think we had anything. No, we did. We had that. I must have forgot to put that in the last thing, but we have this remaining here. Let me make sure. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, now we're going to move on to 20. Before I start checking on my videos again, I got to at least get something going here. So it looks like we're building another tree in a box. Cool. Now, if you're looking for some really unique pieces, advent calendars, well, first off, there's no stickers. Second, you get a lot of the stuff that's printed. And that is something that I'm interested in. I'll show you here. This right here would make a lovely tile. It could be a wall ornament. This is a box. Or just tiles for your kitchen floor at that design like Grandma would have in her house. And then we have some little, let me center these up so we can take a better look here. Some of these little printed tiles here. Pretty cool, huh? Hey, at least it's in 4K. You don't have to look at it being blurry. So you do get those. And Okay, and then we got to build a little tree here. Well, wait a minute. What am I doing with... Where does this piece go, huh? Am I sticking the wrong parts together? Or maybe it goes like that. Like that. So it's upside down. And then they stick this on the top. Oh, ouch. Like, I wish this piece was green, but it's not. It's blue. And that's what we have remaining there. And yeah, I mean, you got a lot of gifts and stuff in here, and printed tiles. I mean, who doesn't like this set so far? I'm not a Frozen fan, but I'll tell you, this one's got some nice, good potential here for what we're getting. Okay, and now we're moving on to day 21. Well, we got the top row done. And now we got another Christmas tree to build. Looks like it's the same as the last one, with a little kitten or something, and a croissant. Maybe cats eat croissants, I don't know. I thought they ate tuna and that nasty stuff. Don't get me started on tuna, that stuff smells like cat food. Ugh. Especially when my mom would make tuna casserole or something like that. I would just smell it and it would just... Ugh. I tasted it one time and it was not too pleasant. I like fish, but not that type of fish. So there's the tree. And this is what we have remaining here. And so you get a croissant and this little guy right here with its toenails painted. So it can claw and scratch your sofa and stuff. Yeah. Okay, now we're looking for day 22, right there. Now why is it I can see these pretty well and not other colors? Because these numbers are on a dark background. And it looks like we're building some kind of a table. A frozen table. Well, at least this set, I'll tell you, with it being hot outside, is not making me feel cool at all. So let's get going here. Now, the reason why I'm not using the building instructions on this, but I'm using the ones on the door, I'm just using what the set provides. I can go to Lego and get the stuff, but I'm not going to do that. It just makes it easier to do it anyways, as you would build this, you the viewer. Okay, to show that it is possible. So we got the little cupcake. Those are always cool to have. And then we have a thing with hot chocolate in there. Put that right in there. And let's give this guy a little home on the top. That's if I can get it in there. There we go. We got some hot chocolate in a cupcake. Doesn't that look yummy? I can't wait for the holidays for the treats. And that's what we have remaining. Okay, now we're looking for day 23. We're getting there. Right there it is. We're almost to the 24th. Then we got to set it up. And it looks like we are building a water fountain of some kind. That's some kind of thing for the spaceships to land on. We don't know. Okay. Yeah, somebody asked me if these are paid promotional sets. Yeah, usually if I say these sets provided by the Lego Group, they are paid promotion. So this piece comes in handy for snowflakes and stuff. Put that on there like that. And then this one's pretty much, if they use that transparent plate on this whole thing would have been transparent. Although these are kind of opaque. Yeah. You get the crystal here. Not too bad for a little water fountain. Not too bad. Oh, this goes over here, and this is what we have remaining here. Yeah. Get one gem. Okay, here's what we're waiting for, is the 24th. Do we get Santa Claus? It's in the little house, so we might be getting something cool. We don't know. What is that? Some kind of... Is that like some kind of a clothesline or a little arch or something? Obviously got a lot of parts in there. A lot of these I don't have in these colors, or I don't have a lot of, so that's a treat. Okay. Alrighty, so we got this here. Not too bad. I mean, this is keeping my interest. I'm a grown dude and it's keeping my interest. So what does that mean, actually? It means a lot. It means it's not boring. I'm not bored with this one bit. It's not boring. It's bright and colorful. The builds they're varied and they're not hard to put together. You just have to pay attention, but they're not that bad to assemble here. And I'm putting this together wrong. Oh, and like I said, though, I make mistakes, and he said don't construe these as a tutorial, because these are I mean, yeah, they have building guides, but you can build it your way. You don't have to build it the way I'm doing it. You could do things totally opposite. You could even start at the 24th and make day 1 the last day. You could do it any way you want. Not too bad, not too shabby. Just trying to build this here and get it going. Looks more like an entryway than anything else, like maybe a window with some curtains. I was going to say, is that where Churro sleeps? But no, that's for friends. We're in Frozen Land now. And yeah, this is a fun one today. This one's not that bad. Not that bad at all. I mean, this one's pretty interesting. So if you're looking for something, there you go. Maybe this is an entrance to something. Maybe a little entryway. Maybe it goes right here. You can put it here. We'll set this thing up here. And that's what this is. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Very strong and durable, too. And that's what we have remaining for day 24. Okay, now we need to rake the bags off the floor so I don't slip on those. I don't want to be throwing any body parts out and wrapping myself around walls and stuff. I gotta have fun with this, folks, and I think that angle is as good as any there. Jay, why do you do that? And I had this question asked, why do I do this stuff at my age? Cuts down on the screen time. So we'll put that back there. I think that's where it goes. You got to work your way to Grandma's house, or whoever house that is. Could be that's where Olaf lives. You got the game piece. We got a windmill. We'll place this guy right here. And then the Christmas tree, I mean, looks like the Christmas tree would go right here. And then the little houses, we'll just decorate around here. Put this over here. And I'm just, you notice how I'm just decorating this? And this is, you're supposed to set these out as you're going, but these ones down here would be kind of hard to get a hold of. So I'm just kind of planting things here. I'm trying to find the Christmas tree. I got a bunch of trees in here. Okay, I see it. We got the candles. We'll put them there to keep the house warm. Put the gifts here. And I see the tree. Put the tree right here. Okay. Not too bad. And we can just sprinkle some other trees in here just to kind of do this. Yeah, so I will, when I'm done with this setting up, we'll jump to the hand cam real quick. And then we have the sleigh. Could throw that in the river, huh? You know what, we'll put this right here. And you know what, you don't have to just, these are Christmas trees, I guess, to be purchased. So he's delivering Christmas trees. Why not? Let's throw those on there. And we'll set this here. And I'm putting everything just on the mat, nothing else. So, Another little house. I'm going to put the houses back here. Now yeah, if you got this, you could decorate this any way you want. That's fine. When I do the tour on this, that's how am I going to do the tour? I don't know. Put the fireplace right there. That's supposed to be by the house. Now there's obviously, you're not going to have enough parts in here to make, put the fountain in there, why not? Or somewhere around here. Put the fountain there. The bell. The bell's going to let you know that somebody's getting close to winning. I'm separating all the mini dolls, almost call them minifigures. Somebody would really get angry with me. And this guy here, you know what, we'll put him on the seesaw. Okay. And let's see which one weighs the most. Looks like they're both about the same. And then for the kitchen stuff. There's a lot of stuff to display on here. You've got the river here. I don't want to throw some stuff in the river. And who wants to litter the river? So you got a lot of little gifts to put around the tree. Okay, we got Olaf. We have the penguin with the weird eye. See, where can we put the penguin at? We'll put him right over here. He's waiting for his turn to get on the seesaw. We got the candy. I got to put a little kitchen in here somewhere. Maybe around here because I don't know yet. I'm just trying to separate all the dolls and stuff here. The saxophone can go there. That's like a Christmas gift. So there's like a tunnel that goes in here, so that's not too bad. If you're looking for something, like I said, to do with the kids, here you go. Ooh, we got a candy cane. Now, you can't hang the candy cane on the tree. So just stick that right there. Okay, the letter went with the bail thing. It's printed, so somebody had mailed the letter to the start there. And we'll put the fountain right over here. Let's put it right there. And then I can focus here is where the kitchen's at. So by the time they go around, before they go in the scary cave, they're going to have to get a bite to eat. And for those that's the kitchen over there. Let's put all this over here with the carrot. You got to have the big grand feast when you make it through the maze of death. That's what it reminds me of. The cave is probably very scary. So we're going to put all this right here. Now, here we got the tiles. I'd say these are printed gifts. Let those right there. We got a cookie that goes in the kitchen area there. And then we got the die. Let's put this over here. And yeah, this is essentially what this is. Now, basically, you're supposed to start all of your guys or your mini dolls here. Okay, which I may just set them in the water so they can freeze. And what you do here, for those who don't know, you just take this, spin it away from this, just kind of spin it here. Now let's see if I can do it. Okay, we got purple. And you would just take one of these guys and you would just hop over to the purple one. Okay, now these things don't stay up very well, they'll fall over. So, best way to do is take some of those round 2x2 plates with the one stud. If you've got a spare set of those, put them on there like that, and you can just do that. And then everybody will take turns, so up to 4 people can play with this. So the game, it doubles up as a game too. I think that this is ready to go. But I don't want to leave it like that. So what I'm going to do here is just have random players here. Just she deserves the best, so we're going to put her back over here. She won. Well, that's the only problem about mini dolls. They don't really stand up very well. And for him, you should put him here. Now Olaf is kind of behind. We got the cookie. Let's put the other cookie over there. Because I got to do a thumbnail after this before I really start messing things up. And for her, we'll put her right here. Okay, now I could do a whole play through this, but playing by yourself is not fun. And that's essentially what it is. Now, I'm kind of scared moving that, but I actually managed to do it. You get the die, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm going to say a 9. Just due to this thing in the back. And you know what I forgot to do? Close that little door there. That's going to be a pain. How many things are going to fall over to do that? Or of course you can take the thing out and just tape them up behind there. But, you know, I think whoever's going to get this, you're going to have a lot of fun. It's not just a building. It's not just you build it and you display it. Christmas Eve, you can all play a game together. Doubles up as a game. Collaborative build. You can't ask for anything better than this. It can't get any better than this. It's really good. And this is just meant to be an accessory set, but look at all the stuff we get to do here. I'm pretty pleased with it. I think a 9. Well, let's go for a formal close-up tour. Let's start with Olaf. He's the only one I can really remember here. But the set does have a lot of things to take a look, especially the penguin. I think he's winking at us. I'm not sure. We have ourselves a little seesaw with 2 little kittens. I think that's what they are. And I cannot remember her name. I think it might be Anna. Yeah, my memory's already shot on this one here. Got the sleigh that's pulling in the Christmas trees. There's a close-up of the die. It's more like a top and you just spin it like that. Here we got the Christmas tree with several gifts, like this one here. It's got a printed top, but there's no stickers with the set. It's pretty cool. And in addition, you have a candy cane. You got to make yourself a little accordion. Almost forgot what that was. I got a saxophone and some printed tiles there. There's Kristoff. We got a bunch of little houses in the back. This one here's pretty cool. This piece is printed, and this also doubles up as a storage, like a little gift box. And you got like a little windmill and stuff. It's really cool looking. And there's a little bale in the back. Some candles. You got a fireplace with some stockings. And a little castle or an entry point. Already forgot her name already. That's bad. And no, I don't know my Frozen characters, so... But this is just meant to explore, like the little kitchen. Wouldn't it look good? You got hot chocolate, we got candy bars. That piece there's printed. I'm going to have to probably get a few more of those for the holidays. Carrot and croissant and stuff. Got ourselves a little water fountain. Now, in addition, this also doubles up as a game board, so you can set all your figures up as shown, and they can just go around the mat. Now, it's not really a very lengthy game, but it's enough to keep you occupied for a bit. And up to 4 people could really comfortably play this, which is really good. Really good. So this is not only just a set that you just punch everything out and build, but you also get a game mat with it too, a game board. And I'm pretty pleased with this one. This one was really fun to put together, even if it's a theme that I'm not too familiar with. Yeah, this one was really fun. This is going to make a really good fun family build for the holidays. But what are my thoughts? let's start the review with play value. And as you saw with the Closeup Tour, there's a lot of things you can do in here. And in addition to all the little accessory pieces, this set also doubles up as a game. So like I said, you just take this thing, you just spin it, you just move your characters around on here. So this doubles up as a game board. So if you don't like the backdrop with all its holes, just cut this part off. You got yourself a nice game board to go with this set. And in addition, you could probably make other games with this that are Frozen related. It's a nice, good base to start with for making very basic, simple Lego games, especially with the included die. Not really a fan of this, but you know, it works for this method. It's pretty good. Build quality on the set is average. I didn't have anything fall off, so that's good there. Nothing disintegrated when I was building the set, but there's a lot of loose pieces to get lost. So be very careful with that. As far as for build quality, it's an average built set. I did not have any parts fall apart, disintegrate, detach while constructing the set. But a lot of this stuff could get lost. So you may want to put the stuff in a container when you're done playing with this and done building all the displays. But honestly though, it's not that bad. Now my build experience for this set was really good. This one kept my interest. I think it's due to the bright colors used. Even though this is a Frozen set, we got mostly blues and purples, this does grab my attention, especially as an adult. Look at all the colors. This is going to be fun not only for yourself to put together, but if you have a family, you got children who like putting together Lego stuff, and playing games, here you go. And plus it'll cut down on the screen time too. There's a lot of things you can do here with this in terms of play. So there's just so much to do, and in addition, up to 24 people can build this set, but I think maybe 4 would be recommended. It's because you got 4 players in this set. That you can use 4 figures that you can put on the mat and play. Now the only downside is these figures can easily fall over. So for me personally, the only thing I wish Lego would have included with this set is some of those 2x2 round plates with the one stud. Put these on the bottom so they're more sturdy, because they're kind of top heavy and they'll fall over very easily. So you don't want to have a very wiggly table, because if you shake the table, these are going to fall off or fall down. So you know, it's the only downside I see to this set. And of course it doesn't come with a brick separator, so you'll have to provide that if you need one. But to sum everything up, I'm pretty pleased with the build. Now my score on the set is going to be a 9 out of 10, just mainly due to this backdrop here with all the holes. I mean, yeah, you can untape this and slide the tray out, but then you see what's in there, and I'm not a big fan of that. I wish this was thought out a bit better. Maybe one day Lego will engineer something up that's a little more user-friendly. As you saw with the unboxing, you can easily punch these out. So at least you don't have to fight to get these open. Just got to think of a better way. Although you can just open this up and then tape these shut again if you want to use it as a more of a permanent backdrop. But I think for me, I just cut this off here and keep this as a game board. It'd be really cool. But I'm pretty pleased with this set. It was really fun and enjoyable to construct. But tell me what you think.